Good morning. We have our first long run of prep. Today, I have 15 on the schedule, but I talked to Katie yesterday and she said if I want to, I can go for 17. So I am going to Barton Springs right now to meet Dory. She has 22 miles. I'm not doing that much, obviously, but gives me a little motivation to go for that 17. So it's about 5:15 right now, meeting her for 5:30 kickoff, and then endorphin starts at 7 a.m. Leading from Barton Springs School. So we're gonna try to get in 10 miles before endorphins, and then endorphins always does a long run on Saturday. So do the rest with them. Just pulled up. It is 5:32 now. There's already so many people out here already running or meeting up to run, and it's 5:30 and already 83 degrees out and 88% humidity. That's training for a marathon in Texas for you. This is my first really early wake up for a run for this prep this summer. 4:30 wake up call, which was pretty brutal, but it's just the humidity is going to go down as the sun rises. But as far as temperature goes, it's just going to get hotter throughout the run, which is absolutely crazy because everybody's in the summers, run in the mornings, it's the coolest time out, and yeah, it is, but it's not cool at all. So it's just going to rise. It's supposed to get to 101 today, which is brutal.
Hi, you two.
We are out here. Welcome back. What are you doing today? You're doing something crazy.
I am running 22 miles today. My longest run ever.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I'm a little scared, but now I just try not to think about it and just run. One foot in front of the other.
We're at a little over a mile right now. There's so many people out.
It's gonna be the hottest day of the year.
Yeah, a little 101 action.
Yeah. 101. Real feels probably 107.
All right, back to the car. We are 7 miles deep. Came back because Dory went with endorphins. They're doing an off trail route, but I want to stay on the trail for this long run because of all the water fountains. I didn't bring a water bottle with me. I just have salt. So I'm going to do the rest solo, but it was time for tarps off because it is hot. So what I think I'm going to do, because I'm at 7 miles now, so 10 more miles, there's a 5-mile loop on the trail from here. I think I'm going to do it twice so that I don't have to carry all of my gels and stuff with me. I can just run free. But that's what we're going to do. Humidity finally broke a little bit. Really hot and humid that first 7 miles, but yeah, feeling pretty good. It feels a little cooler, especially with the humidity starting to die, but yeah, feeling great, doing great. So let's finish this 10. Not to show the feet, but that is literally dirt right there from the trail. That feels so good. All right, 17 miles done this morning. Did it in a little over 3 hours. I'll check the exact pacing on it because I forget, but it went really good. I'm really happy about it, especially for it being my first long run of prep. I am really happy with how it went. This time last year, I was doing 17, 18 miles for the first time ever in my life. And I remember the first time I did that mileage in one go, it was basically a slugfest, just a walk run from miles 13 to 17, especially with the heat. And the heat definitely got to me towards the end. It ended up going from 79 to 91, in that whole entire span, especially with all the humidity. So I'm really happy with how I held up. Obviously it got difficult when it got really hot, but as far as just things to note, my legs felt fine the entire time. My legs never got sore or super fatigued. Obviously they're gonna get fatigued because it's 17 miles, but not in a way where I felt like I had to really walk. It was keeping a consistent pace the entire time. My breath felt really good. My fueling went really well. I had the raw salt, and then I had a couple of goos. I'm taking today as a huge win. It's definitely, I think, not a reflection of where I'm going to be come, October or even mid-September, but it's a really good baseline, and it's a better baseline than I had when I was training for the Philadelphia Marathon last year. So I'm super, super stoked. I'm really happy with it. Okay, so right now I am making some breakfast or some brunch. I'm gonna have eggs with cheese and then some hash browns and some fruit. I always like to pair my long run days with a leg day at the gym. So that's what is next. I probably sound like a psycho, but I know there's a lot of other people who do it. And I have found doing leg day on your speed workout days and your long run days actually are the biggest bang for your buck, because you know the following day is going to be an easy recovery, shorter run, and then with the following day being a rest day. So something that I'm doing different in this marathon prep than the Philadelphia marathon prep is 2 leg days a week. So I did one on Wednesday. I did some squats, actually a lot of squatting, and very quad focused. And then today, the main movement's gonna be deadlifts, and then I'm gonna be doing a lot more single leg movements, since with running, you are, running on one leg at a time, so just really strengthening that. Those are the updates. I'm really hungry, but again, really happy with how that went. All right, so welcome to the Chicago Marathon Prep Series. I'm so excited to be doing this. I've never done a race prep series on YouTube. If you go look at my videos, a lot of them are, race week videos, race day recaps. And so I've never actually done a series on here leading up to a race. Reason why I decided to create a series is, one, I am loving creating content and, filming all the videos for Muscleman really lighted that spark back up in me to start creating on YouTube again. But then also I have a really big goal for this race, and it's probably the biggest PR goal I've ever had in just an endurance race in general. I am looking to PR my marathon time by 40 minutes. Last year, I did my first marathon. It was the Philadelphia Marathon in November, and I did that race in a 4:37:58, which is a 10:25 minute per mile. I was so over the moon with that result, and I really fell in love with the marathon. For those who are new here, I have been doing triathlons for the past couple of years, specifically the 70.3 distance. And last year, I made the decision to take a full year off from triathlon and really just focus on running, specifically for the Philadelphia Marathon. I didn't have any expectations for myself for the race, since I truly believe your first race of any distance should just be to go out and do it and get your baseline. And then for the next race and the following races after that, then you can kind of assess of, where do you want to hit? What do you want your goal to be? And that's exactly what the Chicago Marathon is for me. With that being said, I'm looking to go sub 4 at the Chicago Marathon on October 13th. I think over these next few weeks, as I'm going through the workouts and building the volume, I'll have more of an exact time goal that I'm looking for, whether it be, like 3:59, 3:57. But for right now, sub 4, just in general, that broad statement is the goal, which would be about a 40-minute PR. Now, as far as a sub 4 pace, that is a 9-minute flat. I am really looking to go like in the 8:50 to 9-minute. And so again, as we're going through the workouts, as we're going through these next couple of weeks, I'll kind of be able to determine that number based off of my fitness and based off how I'm progressing. Sub 4 honestly scares me right now. It just feels like a really big goal for myself, and to be able to run a marathon with a 3 as the first number instead of a 4 it feels like a huge sense of accomplishment to me, and just a really big statement in my own journey as an athlete. Kind of looking at my prep. So before this, a few weeks ago on July 14th, I did 70.3 Muscleman, which was my 6th half Ironman. I think I'm wearing the shirt. And so my base building phase for the marathon was actually within that 70.3 prep. So I was doing about 25 to 30 mile weeks within that prep. And then I took about 2 weeks off, not from running completely, but just a little bit like a deload. And now we are ramping volume back up. So last week and the week before I was still, running consistently, but now we're really starting to ramp up mileage. I am working with a coach. Katie has been coaching me all year. She coached me for Galveston, for Musselman, and now for the Chicago Marathon. So we've had this whole plan all year. I signed up for Chicago back in January, I believe, and so she knew that we were going to be doing some 70.3s just for fun. And so the way that we've structured this entire year is to get a really good base going for the entire year, so that when we hit the Chicago Marathon prep, you know, I'm going into it strong as opposed to having to build from the ground up. Another thing is I do live in Texas. It is over 100 degrees here every single day. And so like, as you saw this morning, it at 6:30 a.m. was already 80 degrees and 80% humidity. So even running earlier in the morning, it's still not cool out, you know, as it would be in other states during the summer. It's still really warm. And so that is something to take into consideration as well. You know, I'm really thankful that I went through my first marathon prep during the summer last year, so I kind of know what to expect from that, but that doesn't mean it's not brutal, but it definitely made me a stronger runner for the Philadelphia Marathon, because in Philadelphia in November, it was really cool out. So all of those really hot summer miles definitely contributed to a lot of really great fitness during the Philadelphia Marathon, and it's going to be the same thing for Chicago. So when it gets really hot, when it gets really hard during the summer here, it's just that constant reminder of like, it's just going to make me that much faster and that much of a better athlete come October. I think that's it. I think that's the big update and what I wanted to talk about here. But if there's any videos that you guys want to see, leave a comment down below. But I'm going to be posting a video every single week during this prep, taking you through the entire thing as we get ready for my first sub 4 hour marathon. For leg day number 2 of the week. Starting to feel that 4:30 wake up call, but I'm excited. This is what I was really looking forward to during my run, is doing some deadlifting. So I'm excited to be here and to get it done. All right, sometimes they're weird about filming here, so I'm gonna try to film. But if not, I'll just add in clips of my leg day from Wednesday after my speed workout on the track. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching the video. I'm really excited to get this series going as I tackle a sub 4 hour marathon attempt this fall in Chicago. I'm also fundraising for the race. I'm fundraising for Pause Chicago, so if you guys are feeling called to donate, I put the link to donate in my description down below. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be posting a video every single week, so make sure you subscribe to follow along the journey. And also, if you're racing Chicago, let me know as well so that we can connect and we can link up during race weekend. But really excited for this. Really nervous, but in a very good way. I think this is going to be really awesome. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.